Yo guys, what's up? This is Sarvana here. So today I'm going to talk about an important topic of how to diet in an easy Susie way and how to reduce your fat content at jet speed. First, let's see how a diet is divided into these 5 aspects. The first aspect is your carbohydrates. The second aspect is your protein content. The third is your fat. The fourth is your minerals and the fifth is the vitamins. So all these 5 different aspects are the ones which constitutes your diet. So let's see how we can differentiate our diet across these 5 different aspects and make sure that we lose our fat content at jet speed. First, let's say about the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the worst enemy in putting on weight. How do I say this? For example, let's say you want to go to a Pizza Hut or like any other pizza place, munching a lot of pizzas. The base of the pizza is basically just carbohydrates. Or let's say you want to go to an ice cream parlor, munching with a lot of ice creams, contains a lot of sugar content. Or a normal sugar which you intake every day puts in a lot of fat to you. Ideally, carbohydrates are the ones which contains a lot of calories, which gets converted to fat. If you want to diet and improve on reducing your fat content, what you have to do is you have to reduce your carbohydrate intake. But the problem with carbohydrate intake is you get a lot of good feel when you start intaking carbohydrates. So how do we reduce carbohydrates? I'll give you an easy Susie way just to reduce this carbohydrate content, but right at the end of the video, first let me talk about all these 5 different aspects of diet. Coming to the next one, which is proteins. Proteins are the building blocks of our body. So how much of a protein which you intake in your diet basically constitutes to your muscle content. For example, if you're 70 kgs, 70 grams of protein is appropriate for a day. If you want to bulk up or if you want to increase your protein content, what you have to do is you have to take or multiply your protein intake into 2 or into 3. But what I would suggest to you is like to the maximum go up to like into 2 of protein content, because if you go beyond into 2 of your body weight, what happens is it puts a lot of pressure on your kidney. So ideally, when you want to take protein content, make sure that you have your protein content between your exact body weight or into 2 of your body weight. That's the exact gram of protein which you have to take. The next thing which I'm going to talk about is fats. Ideally, people used to think that fat is the one which actually puts on a lot of fat in our body, but actually fats are the ones which doesn't put a lot of fat in your body. If you go on with a lot of research papers, sugar or calories are the ones which puts on a lot of fat, and fats are the ones which doesn't even create any fat. So how to take all these omega-3 fatty acids and other good fatty acids in your body. So what you have to do is go ahead, eat a lot of almonds, walnuts, cashews, but make sure that you keep it to a good quantity. For example, 5 walnuts a day and 5 almonds a day is very good for health. Take some cod liver oil, which is also good with omega-3 fatty acids. So what you have to do is taking in fat content every day would make sure that would improve your brain power, and it is not actually equal to the amount of fat which you put onto your body. Point to be noted. The next point which I'm going to talk about is basically minerals. Minerals are important constituent of our body, and these are the 3 basic minerals which are important: magnesium, zinc and selenium. How do you improve your magnesium, zinc and selenium? Magnesium and zinc are rich in pumpkin seeds. So if you take in a lot of pumpkin seeds, your magnesium and zinc content will increase. That will improve your metabolism in your body, which would actually improve in reducing your fat content. So make sure that eat a handful of pumpkin seeds every day. Keep it as munchies or snacks. Instead of taking your samosas or instead of taking your puff every day, just make sure that you take a handful of pumpkin seeds. You would actually reduce a lot of fat content in your body. And this would actually increase your magnesium and zinc content in your body. The last thing which I'm going to talk about is about the vitamins. Vitamins are an important aspect in the functioning of your body. Different vitamins are present in different green vegetables and green leaves. Take in a lot of green vegetables and green leaves according to your intake and in your diet. You would be able to increase your vitamin content within your body. If you do all these 5 different aspects and control these 5 different aspects of your diet properly, you would be able to control your fat at jet speed. So coming back to the worst enemy of putting on a lot of weight, the carbohydrates. How do we reduce carbohydrate intake? For example, carbohydrates are the ones which gives you a lot of good feel in your body when you intake. Well, let's say you take a pizza You eat it, you're always tempted to eat another bite of pizza. Similarly, you eat some groundnuts, you're tempted to eat another handful of groundnuts. Why it is so? Your carbohydrates release an enzymes to your brain which actually says that you want to intake more and more of the carbohydrate to get more and more energy. So, how do we control the intake of carbohydrates? First point is, be curious about what you eat. For example, if you're going to a restaurant and let's say you order pizza, just be curious about the pizza for around 10 seconds. What happens is, your emotions would say that I want to eat the pizza. But later down the line, your logical mind comes into picture when you're so curious about it, and you will actually stop eating pizza. The next thing which I'm going to talk about here is emotional feedback loop. For example, let's say you're working out a lot, you go to a restaurant, you order pizza. Pizza is like completely bad for health. You can actually think, see, I'm working out so much at gym right now that if I eat this one piece of pizza, my 2-week workout will go for a toss. So what I will do right now is, I'll just control the amount of pizza intake right now, and I'll control this carbohydrate intake as so to make sure that I do not put so much of fat content in my body. The last thing which I'm going to talk about is the late night munchies. For example, it's around like 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the night. I'm already awake. I had my dinner at around 8 p.m. or let's say 10 p.m. It's been like 4 hours. But still I'm feeling hungry. What do I eat? Let's say I'm going to take a handful of groundnuts, or let's say I'm going to take a handful of biscuits. It's completely bad. So your body is not working out during the sleeping time frame. So what you have to do is, you can take a handful of oats, mix it with some protein shake, eat it off. Very good, because it's like slow digesting carbohydrates, which is very good for health. But make sure that you do not take in late night crunchies at all. So ideally, if you take care of all these 5 different aspects of diet, and if you master them, I'm pretty sure that you would be able to have an awesome and a healthy life altogether. Until I see you next time, this is Saruda signing off. Bye.